Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky the Third. I'm the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and in the last episode we finished Chapter 5, Labyrinth of Shadows and Light. We fought, of course, one of the 77 devils, or more accurately, basically a breed of spiders, and afterward we ended up encountering the Schwarzritter again. He handed us what he called a rulebook, in form of a sealing stone, different from the other sealing stones we found so far, with a divine shine to it. We immediately unleashed whoever's inside the sealing stone, of course, and inside is, well, the keeper of the Hermit's Garden, or who used to be the keeper of the Hermit's Garden before they got their power taken away, Celeste die Auslese. A name we've heard before in the second chapter, or precisely in the monuments scattered throughout the tetracyclic towers in the twisted spaces. She was, as far as I can tell, part of the research team that ended up trying to seal the Aureole away, that realized that the Aureole is not a power source that we can just harvest, or that is just, well, that provides a benefit to everybody, but instead is dangerous and needs to be sealed away to protect what needs to be protected. And to that extent, they, well, sealed the Aureole away. And, well, the Auslese name has always been in the royalty of the the country Liberal, and to this day we have a queen by the name of Auslese and a princess in our party. Well, let's see what Chapter 6 has in check for us. You've reached the Emerald City Church. How may I help you? Oh, is that you, Kevin? I didn't think you'd be there already, so I was just going to leave a message with the priest. Oh, hey, Rufina. Yeah, I got here late this morning. How about you? When do you think you'll be getting here? I'm gonna be a little late, I'm afraid. There's been an accident or something, so the train's been delayed. I probably won't be getting there until this evening now. Gotcha. I'll wait here till you arrive. I think Reese and the kids would get all bent out of shape if I showed up without you. Oh, please, I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Although, speaking of Reese, I hope you've been thinking about how you're going to cheer her up. I've got it all planned out. I've been stocking up on souvenirs from every mission I've been going on. Should be enough to snap her out of her funk. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Girls her age are more complex than you think. Yeah, I guess she's not really a kid anymore now that she's 13, but still... Actually, that's about how old you were when we first met, right? Now that you mention it, it was. How time flies. Sorry, looks like the train's about ready to leave, so I'm gonna have to go. I'll see you later then, alright? If you get bored of waiting, you're welcome to go home. Go on home and ahead of me, of course. Got it. See you later. Man, how time flies is right. Have I really not been home in 2 years? And I guess that makes sense. 9 since I met Rufina. I hope Reese isn't too grumpy when we finally get there. Kevin! Kevin! What is it, Father? Has something bad happened? Well, I've just received word that someone spotted a group of men dressed in all black at the edge of town. What's worse is they're supposedly heading for the mountain path. You don't think? If they were, Esther House must be their target, I fear. Do you have any idea what could be going on? I wish I did. I doubt it's anything to do with the Kreisritter at least. I think I should go and check it out just in case. Please do. Oh, do you know when Rufina's going to be arriving, by the way? This evening, by the sound of it. She said her train's been delayed. When she arrives, you can let her know what can you let her know what happened? Damn it, Jaegers! Seems like there's anywhere between 5 and 10 of them. But what could they want with a gospel facility to begin with? The longer they're allowed to be in here, the more danger the kids are in. I'm gonna have to try and handle this alone. It's time to put my combat skills to good use. Chapter 6, The Guardian's Trials. Celeste? Wasn't that the name we saw in those data crystals? That's right. According to those, she was the de facto leader of the group of ancients who sealed away the aureole. She was also the founder of Liberal's current royal family. I'm glad to see the information I left behind ended up proving useful to someone. It really did. So when so then you are really the founder of Liberal's royal family? Not technically. I'm not the real Celeste Auslese. Think of me as something of a shadow, or a partial copy of her personality created in order to influence Phantasma from within. How can you only be a partial copy? The truth behind you is apparently more complicated than we thought. You don't appear to be a spirit of some kind, though. I see that now. That is correct. Before I try to explain just what I am, I should probably tell you more about the world we are in. The world we are in first. You can do that? Hehe, this should be interesting. As you're aware, the land in which you stand is called Phantasma. This is a world belonging to a higher plane of existence, created several thousands of years ago by the aureole. Its purpose was to act as a subsystem for the aureole in order to incorporate and process the will of the Liberarch's populace. One might call it a self-organized world, designed to realize countless possible others as necessary. Pardon? You've lost me. Yeah, isn't there a simpler way to explain this? Well, while not technically correct, perhaps you could think of it this way. Phantasma is like a fictitious realm created by the aureole in order to fulfill humanity's every wish and desire. That's better. Wait, what exactly qualifies Phantasma as fictitious? I can't help but think it's far too real to be a land of pure fantasy. When I say fictitious world, I don't mean to suggest that Phantasma is a complete lie. It's more like a shadow graph or kaleidoscope. It has its own laws and can change to reflect countless different possibilities. Does this make the concept any easier for you to understand? Somewhat, yes. And suddenly the name Phantasma seems that much more appropriate. As I stated previously, it was a subsystem of the aureole rather than being the aureole itself, and it helped to grant people's desires. They were separate entities, but effectively like two sides of the same coin. The relationship caught our eye as we were devising the sealing mechanism. You mean the mechanism used to seal away the aureole? That was also in those data crystals left behind. Exactly. At first we thought our plan would be impossible to execute. After all, the aureole had absolute control over space itself and was able to influence mankind's every action. Even after coming upon the idea of temporarily freezing it and imprisoning it with a gravity barrier, we had no way to implement our plans. Without that, they were simply ideas with no real meaning. We were effectively at a total loss. You had discovered your foe's weakness, but had no way to take advantage of it. That must have been quite the frustrating predicament. Indeed. And yet our perseverance rewarded us with the development of something that could take advantage of that weakness, the Recluse Cube. Is this what this is known as then? Yes, that is the only object in existence able to interact with Phantasma without relying on the aureole as an intermediary. Celeste used that to create a partial copy of her personality, that is me, inside Phantasma. And once inside, I began working to sabotage Phantasma's functionality by using this garden as my base of operations. As a result of my efforts, the aureole's processing ability was hindered just long enough for the plan to be executed. He who catches his foe off guard wins the battle. The same principle applies to martial arts, too.
That sounds like you really put a lot of thought into planning everything. Maybe, but I can't deny that luck played a part in the end. Once the aureole was sealed away, my work was done and I fell into a deep sleep here. My reason being that if the aureole were ever unsealed, I might be able to provide assistance to the people of that time. I'm pleased you've been able to handle it just fine without my help, however.
Luck's played a huge part for us, too, though. We're not even sure where the aureole is now. As far as we are aware, it disappeared during all that happened at the Liber Arc.
I thought as much. I was able to confirm the aureole's disappearance from here within Phantasma, too. When I did so, I thought my purpose for existing was finally over. And that all that was left for me and this land was to embrace a slow, peaceful destruction. But that was not to be. Soon the Lord of Phantasma appeared. So that's when it happened. Quite a recent development, I see. The Lord of Phantasma appeared out of nowhere, stealing all of my power before I was even aware what happened. After doing so, they began to remake Phantasma in accordance to their own designs. Both this world's current structure and the planes that make it up were all the Lord of Phantasma's creations.
Like your theory was correct. Looks like your theory was correct, Ren. Still, that makes it sound like... Yeah. So you don't know who that masked bastard is either, then?
I'm afraid not. Their every action thus far has been a mystery. Ordinarily, they should not be able to gain access to this world in the first place. And I'm afraid I have no idea what they're trying to achieve by bringing all of you in here and testing you.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, that's the part we want to know most of all. I only wish I could be of more help. The only other thing I can say about them is that I suspect the Lord of Phantasma is currently in the 7th plane.
There's a 7th? What makes you think that?
That was the first plane they created after appearing in this world. Just what kind of place that plane is, I don't know. But I can sense dark, inhuman thoughts from there, and they're spreading out across the whole of Phantasma.
That doesn't sound good.
Then we'll be seeing them after the next one, won't we?
Yeah, we just finished the 5th when we came back here. Presuming they're waiting for us on the 7th, the time to fight them head on may not be that far off. I was getting tired of waiting.
As was I. It seems the end may finally be in sight. Now, if we only had some sort of inkling as to what the Lord of Phantasma is trying to achieve.
Actually, I just might.
Kevin!
You're up!
It's good to see you again, Father.
You too. Wasn't expecting you of all people to get an invitation here. Or you, for that matter, little lady.
I'm sure you weren't. I've got something I want to ask you. But I suppose that can wait until later.
For sure.
Are you sure you're feeling alright?
Right as rain. I'm feeling just great. All that music, all that sleep must have done me a lot of good. And I see you guys made a whole lot of progress while I was out cold too.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kevin Graham. Or maybe I don't need to introduce myself since you seem to know a thing or two about everyone who's come in here so far.
True. I was able to tell what was happening at the Liber Arc from the garden. And out of all the people here, you are the one closest to the truth of what is happening here. Am I wrong? What?
No, I don't think you are. I can't pretend to be much of an expert on what Phantasma itself is, but I've got a pretty good idea as to who is responsible for all of this. I can only think of one person twisted enough to put us through all we've been through.
Huh? Wait, is it someone you know?
You could say that, yeah. The short version is, they are a real piece of work. A cunning, arrogant, cold-hearted son of a bitch who doesn't even see people as people. Though that about sums up who we're dealing with.
Sounds like a real awful guy.
And who, may I ask, is this that you're talking about? Well, about that, would you be willing to wait just a little bit longer before the answer to that one? I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm still missing one last thing that'll let me be completely certain. And I think we'll find out just what that is in the 6th plane. And here I thought we were finally going to get an answer. Is there a reason you can't share your theory as is? Yeah, I realize I'm asking a lot after we've come so far, but I promise that as soon as I know for sure, I'll talk. I swear on the goddess's name and on the church's emblem. Well, I don't see any reason to say no. Likewise, he's clearly got his reasons. It's not often often you ask us for favors, so I guess I can let it slide.
No problem here.
If he says wait, I'll wait. I feel as though we can trust your judgment, Kevin, so I have no objections either.
Me neither. I don't really care as long as I get to have my fun. I believe we're all in agreement then.
Yeah, consider this one settled.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Anyway, now that I'm up, I'm also down to take lead again. And I'd appreciate it if you all backed me up. No problem.
It seems like you're all ready to move on. While you're advancing through the 6th plane, I'll do all that I can on my end to find out more about the 7th. Of course, if you need my support, I'll be happy to provide it through the cube and the monuments as I always have.
Now that you mention it, we haven't really thanked you for all the help you've given us since we got here, have we? Thanks, Celeste. We couldn't have done this without you.
We truly are in your debt. Please think nothing of it. I'm but a shadow placed here with a duty to fulfill. I believe helping you to be part of that duty. If I may, allow me to help you however I can.
Will do. Sorry for worrying you too, Reese. But I'm just fine now. So please just leave everything to me, I'm begging you.
Only if you promise me one thing.
What is it?
I won't make you promise not to put yourself in danger or to overdo it, but don't do anything that would make your Rufina sad.
Ah, you really know how to hit a guy where it hurts, don't you?
So, will you promise?
Yeah, I promise. I swear on her name, I won't.
Boy, that's a lot of options.
16 characters, huh? We're definitely taking Oliver because I said so. Taking Estelle. Because of her mad speed. Now we've got ranged, we got magic, we got melee. I want to take Joshua as well, but that's boring. That would be boring, wouldn't it be? Probably. Who else? We don't know what's going on in the 6th plane, so... Who has gotten the least action? Probably Müller. Colonel Richard hasn't done much either. Could take a gate. Or Zin. I just really want Joshua, but feel bad. Or we could take Charizard. But I don't want so much wind magic going on. And she has 3 designated wind slots. I'm gonna take Zin for this time. Or that's at least the choices I made with my party. Let's talk to Celeste.
I myself am but a shadow bound by the laws of Phantasma. As such, I'm afraid I'm limited in what I can do. But I'll be sure to do all I can to support you in your efforts. I too am bound by the laws of Phantasma, so I'm limited in what I can do to support you. But know that I will do so in every way that I can. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please let me know.
Also, what's the book say about how many enemies we encountered? 5th plane. Yeah, we're missing 4. So, huh. That's weird. Do let me know what those enemies would be. Probably 1 or 2 spawns during this boss fight. But apart from that, I mean, I thought we were doing pretty well in terms of taking every fight we came across. Zin told me something pretty cool earlier. He says this place is perfect for martial arts training. I might not be into the same combat style as him, but I'm not gonna say no to a chance to get stronger. Say, you wanna join me for some sparring later, Zin? Sure thing. Zin told me this place is probably perfect for martial arts training. And I'm always up for a chance to get my training on. Better take advantage of it while we're still here.
You ready?
I'm just mulling over all Celeste told us about Phantasma earlier. It's strange to think we've suddenly ended up in a world that's part of a higher plane of the universe. Thinking about it, this place is probably perfect for martial arts training. It's like being at the top of a tall mountain isolated from the world. Sounds wild, but it's true. We've ended up in a higher plane of the universe. Thinking about it, this place is probably perfect for martial arts training. It's like being at the top of a tall mountain, isolated from the world. Alright. Can take a gate. And Zin. You're not Zin. Oh, Kevin! Are you feeling okay now? We don't want you going and collapsing again after you've only just recovered. Hey, come on, Estelle. I'm indestructible. Pretty swell timing on my part before, huh? I didn't even get to say hi before I fell unconscious now, did I?
Indeed. Everyone was shaking their heads with disappointment when you collapsed. You're supposed to be a Dominion, but you wouldn't believe it from that shameful show of weakness.
Ha 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 ha. I'm pretty sure everyone was just panicking, especially you, Reese. Oh, Joshua? There's something that's kind of bugging me. Oh, right. I think I know what you must be talking about. Yeah. So then you think of this. So then you think one of the trials? Most likely, yes. I'm gonna have to make sure I'm prepared. Fighting the Schwarzritter. Really? Is that what they're talking about? Just don't try and overdo it again, okay, Kevin? I mean, I still don't know a whole lot about what happened exactly, but we were all really worried about you. Oh, Reese. So, how are things going between you and the others? Getting along? Yeah, we are. We had the chance to get to know one another better while you were asleep. Haha, that's good, I guess. I fully expect you to keep your promise with me, however. If you dare break it, you're going without food for a week. Ouch, I'd rather you spared me that one. Hehe. I think it would be best that we make sure everyone here is on guard for what the Lord of Phantasma may try to do. Perhaps I should be the one. Perhaps I should be I should be the one to do so. I think it would be the best that we make sure everyone here is on guard. Okay. Where's Joshua? Joshua's right there. Just don't try and overdo it again, okay, Kevin? I mean, I still don't know a lot about what happened exactly, but we're all really worried about you. I have a feeling we were given Celeste's sealing stone to unlock in order to understand the makeup of this world. Which means that they wanted us to know and may use our memories and feelings against us in new ways as a result. Perhaps the trials ahead are the whole reason they started trying to recreate parts of Liberal in here to begin with. If the trials ahead are the whole reason the Lord of Phantasma started trying to recreate parts of Liberal in here to begin with... Okay.
You ready?
Let's go.
Man, using our memories against us, that could end up being pretty bad. So, Father, how are you feeling now? Fine, thanks. Sorry about worrying you guys so much. Oh, don't be. I wasn't there to see you collapse, so I was simply curious how you were doing. If not even Celeste knows how the Lord of Phantasma managed to get in here, I'm not sure any amount of speculating is going to let us reach the answer. I never imagined that would be the origin of the cube we've been so reliant on all this time. At least now we understand how we came to be drawn in here, to a degree. It seems like the one directly responsible for that happening was the Lord of Phantasma too. I can't wait to make them pay for what they've done. At least now that we know where the recluse cube came from, we've got a relatively good idea how we all ended up in here. The one directly responsible for that happening was no doubt the Lord of Phantasma. I can't wait to make them pay for what they've done.
I never would have imagined the very ghost who aided us all this time was the ancestor of the Liberalian royal family. Huh? Still, I can hardly imagine a more reassuring revelation. I'd like to think that with her help, we may be able to compete against the Lord of Phantasma after all. It's far too soon to be getting optimistic about our odds of success, but with Celeste's help, with Celeste's help, we may be able to compete against the Lord of Phantasma after all. Hello, Kevin. It sure seems like you've got quite a lot on your mind. I won't force you to tell us everything, but given that we've been caught up in this, I think it's fair to expect some kind of explanation. You'll get one, I promise. Hope you don't mind waiting a little bit longer. I can appreciate that someone in your line of work will have plenty of things that they can't speak of freely. But given that we've all been caught up in this, I think it's fair to expect some kind of explanation eventually. What? You got that really rare Landmore limited edition plushie? I really want that one too. You're so lucky. Annalise. I think she's probably the one least bothered about what's going on here out of all of us. I was all set on getting that one when it came out, but then this major job came in all of a sudden and I couldn't go out and buy it. I've got lots of plushies. My room's full of them. I wish I could show them to you. My room's full of plushies. I wish I could show them to you. So then I decided to give him a name. I raised a cat once before too, you know. The professor called him a steel cougar, if I recall. That doesn't sound like the kind of cat I'm thinking of. Boy. Do 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 do. So you like plushies too, huh, Ren? We're gonna have to sit and talk about them later then. I need to find out just how much. Oh, Ren, haha, we'll have a talk again later. I still want to finish our conversation from earlier. I'd be delighted. Oh, right, now we'll have a talk again later. Burp, burp, burp.
Oh, okay.
So, this world is on a high-level plane, repeating a process of self-centered, self-organization and creation in order to realize the desires of humanity, operating on. I think her head just exploded. Let's do that one again. No. So what's a girl gotta do to get a plushies to pop out of nowhere? I think I can do better with that one. Not like this.
Ready? This ought to perk you up.
No. Where'd Tita go? There. Okay. This is better. So, this world is on a high-level plane, repeating a process of self-organization and creation in order to realize the desires of humanity, operating on. Boop. That was better. That was better. But not great. Okay, we still have plenty of people to talk to. Shira, Gisette. I'm gonna peek. Shira, Gisette, Chloe. A gate. No, a gate we talked to. Shira, Gisette, and Chloe. Do. Whoa, boy. I understood the gist of what Celeste was saying, but that doesn't really explain why there are all these books here. Especially so many of them. Something's not clicking with me. Oh, look at this weird one. Weird one. What's it called? From Fat to Fit by Gilbert Stein. These bookcases really are weird. Why are there so many books here anyway? A good chunk of them are so weird too. The more time I've spent here, the more it feels like this couldn't be a collection someone had put together manually. Yeah, they automatically appear like these. All of the Dole Knight is on the bookshelf. Oh man, I already read that out. I honestly, if you ask me, I'm gonna give you the link to that episode, but it's literally called The Dole Knight, so second chapter, you can go read that there. The Gambler Jack was new to me, but Dole Knight, I'm not gonna read that again. This world really does make no sense. I mean, I'm pretty sure what Celeste is saying is the truth, but it all just seems so weird. No, whatever. Guess there's no point in me worrying about it. I'll just try and help the princess here. Ah, this place seriously makes no sense to me. When are we gonna be able to go move?
You ready?
Makes no sense. Nothing special from Joshua. No. It's almost startling how many books are here. They don't seem to be arranged in any specific order, though. I want to think that there's more to this bookcase than meets the eye. The books here don't seem to be arranged in any specific order, which is interesting. Perhaps there's more to this bookcase than meets the eye. Well, for example, that you're standing right in front of it, and I have a hard time reading out the Gambler Jack series, but I can always put you in my party.
Together now.
Okay, Chloe, do you want to talk to your ghostly relative, or ancestor is a better term? I myself but a shadow. Nope, no comment from Chloe. Fine. Fine. Okay, we're gonna arrange our party. We have Estelle, we're gonna take Oliver.
Take it.
That's not Oliver.
You're right,
And
please.
we're gonna take Zin.
All right.
Okay. This is gonna take a while, probably like 20 minutes to arrange everything here. Equipment! Reese, you take your ninja tabbies off. Mirage Ring, Tiger Heart. Do 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 do.
Ninja tabbies as well. Should be it. Because we still have Estelle in our party. We don't have a better bowgun than that. Kaleido armors, I mean, it's gonna have to do the trick here. Who else has... Do you have Kaleido armor, battle surcoat? Nothing better than a battle surcoat, apparently. Oliver can't equip knight armor? Yes, he can. I completely ignored that a second ago. You definitely don't take the ninja tabbies, you take the shaman sandals. Estelle, wait. You take... Do you take the double crimson eye? I think you do. I think that's what's gonna happen. Destiny card is still the same. Okay, crimson eye. That's a tiger heart. You definitely don't want a tiger heart. You want a crimson eye and another crimson eye. You're the 100% mage guy. That has arts plus 50 on it as well. Arts of 1,600. Well, it's not as good as it's gonna be. After I fully equip you with orbments. You are great. You have some serious work to be done on you. I guess I'm gonna give you these, although... Oh, agility 100 is ridiculous. I didn't even look at that. That's ridiculously good at dodging. You're not taking knight armor. Knight armor is gonna go toward Zin. As well as the knight sabatons with movement plus 3 but speed and agility down for high defense. He's a walking tank. You also take the tiger heart. For additional, well, arts defense is 0, that sucks, but you do have a ridiculous amount of health. And apart from that, tiger heart prevents seal. That's what I wanted to see. CP recovery? Or what else do we have? We have high arts defense is always possible. Petrification, sleep, mute, blindness. Prevents confusion sounds good too. Strength. Additional strength is always good. You could also take the fool. Yeah, that's the fool's emblem. I wanted to get rid of that. No, fool's emblem has mad speed on it. 25 speed. That's why I had that on Estelle. Prevents poison and blindness. Why do I have that on you? In case you otherwise don't have arts defense. That's right. I think that's pretty good. You can keep that. You definitely take a long barrel. Wait, you don't need that if you've got movement 10. I'm probably gonna give you a lunar seal, and then dexterity is the item that Estelle has. No, black bangle plus. That's dex up. Do you want dexterity? Now you have it. That's you done. White bracelet is not happening. Tiger heart and... Prevents death blows sounds nice. If I remember correctly, Oliver was pretty good. Yeah, he's got a one line. And I don't think they're restricted either. I think Oliver was a stellar caster as well. Okay. So we have to split our resources over Kevin and Oliver, meaning Oliver, instead of his black bangle, will take the other crimson eye. I mean, your speed sucks ass, Ollie. I mean, look at that. That's worse than Ren. Estelle's gonna get 3 turns when you have 1. That's not how the speed works. Good lord. That's not how the speed works, but, well, Estelle's doing pretty good on that front. It means you can take the black bangle. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? Movement 9, dexterity very high, speed is low, ridiculous defense, 0 arts defense. A walking tank. That's what we have him as. Arts defense minus 600. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any arts defense, am I? I'm not gonna get any of that, am I now? Okay. That was the easy part. Now comes the hard part. You can keep the hit 4, but I definitely need that yin yang and the onyx. Strike. I don't know, you can keep the absorb. How many attack words do I have? Definitely taking fortune. Sapphire gem, come to Papa. Ingenuity 2, silver gem, divine eye, gold gem, action 4. And cast 2. Sorry Ren, I need all of that. You too, death happening. Heaven's Eye, I mean, I could probably let you have that one, but I'm just not gonna get to do that. Because I'm a dick. It's that simple. I'm a jerk. Okay, Kevin is first. Kevin first. You had a falcon eye. What do I not want in my loadout? What does cast 2 have on it? 3. We don't need that. Is that time only? That's time only. Oh, what we're gonna do is definitely upgrade his slots. Kevin, how about every single slot you have? Thank you. Oliver, how about every single slot you have? Yeah, goodbye, Zebeth. Goodbye. I wish I had more Mirage than I do, but I don't. Ordmans. Yeah, Oliver, 875 EP. I think he's gonna be pretty decent as a mage. Decent. I mean higher. I wouldn't call him better than but still pretty good. Pretty good, you know? Just pretty decent, like I said. Okay, you get an Onyx gem. Shadow Spear, awesome. You also get the Divine Eye. You get Gold Gem? Might be worth. Falcon Eye, you don't get that. You get a Sapphire Gem. Ingenuity 2, would that be good? Yes. You already have access to all that I want, right? You don't have Zodiac. You don't have Zodiac. Why do you not have Zodiac? I want Zodiac. Where's the silver gem? Of course now you have access to Zodiac. What does that cost? 8 Mirage. Access to anything else that's ridiculous? Yeah, these 3. These are absolutely ridiculous. But I don't need you to have that. I would prefer range 2 over that. But you don't have Zodiac at this point, fine. But you do have access to all of these, which is awesome. And you have higher arts than Oliver, I would hope. Yeah, much. So Oliver is going to be much more supportive in his role. That I'm now going to alter. You start out with a silver gem just for what comes with it. And I'll give you a cast 1. No. Yes. What? I'm gonna create another cast 2. Because there's no reason not to. Next time I will reach a monument, it's gonna give me access to the cast 3, the special quartz, isn't it? It's probably gonna do that. Does cast To already have a... No, time to cast arts is greatly cut. It doesn't have a drawback to it. Except that its elemental value is shit, but let's not talk about that part. You also get a sapphire gem for an additional like 150 arts. Sure, dude. You get another ruby gem. Action 4 would be useful. Evasion is not. Heaven's Eye has... Nah. You get Yin Yang. Wait, how'd I get past Yin Yang? There, you get Yin Yang. And then movement 2 is not gonna be necessary. You can also take... Honestly, strength down. I don't mind. You're not going to melee attack. Not at this point anymore. Not with a 1000 strength. So now he has access to Le Crest. But that's it. Le Crest is not that great. I don't want him to have defense. Maybe I put him into the Ruby Gem part. Like, no. Ruby Gem is gonna go to Zin, who actually makes use of it. You can take Fortune for all I care. I mean, at this point you have access to all the great arts I want you to have. Energy Drain. Breaks down foes' life energy as time, draining HP. Okay, that's new. That's... Is that single target? Yeah. Okay. I mean, sure. I definitely would like some wind element, but not arts minus. And agility plus force, like, it's worth nothing if we have access to ninja tabbies who allow us to get plus 100 agility. I mean, put that... It's just ridiculous if you put it into reference. That's dumb as well. I'm not sure what to give him. Could give him an EP cut, but he already has access to 923 EP. He's not going to get his EP down. Let's give him Septium Vein, honestly. Why did I think about that for too long? Okay, you also start out with a Septium Vein. Then you get a Ruby Gem with upgraded slots. Okay, that was the last slot I upgrade today, evidently. Well, not today. Maybe not. Well, we'll see. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to record. Okay, you definitely get access to that. That's ridiculously strength. That's nice strength gain. Considering you'll be face tanking a lot. Yeah, that arts defense on 0. Nice. Considering you'll be face tanking a lot, I probably want to give you HP of 5 as well. I should have enough water for that. Do I? No. Too many slots upgraded. Too many. You have mute. How about a death blow instead? 6 movement is not much. Ah, that's an earth slot. Petrify is better than mute. Action 4 is better than action 2. Death is pretty good as well. Where'd you go? You have Petrify equipped, right? And now we're in this situation again. What is the last thing I give you? What do I care about enemy locations? Huh, what do I care about any of that? I guess hit. Hit 5? Who has hit 5? Hit 4. Hit 4. Hit 1. Hit 2. Heaven's Eye. Hit 2. I gave that to Reese, didn't I? Hit 4. I never had a hit 5. Fair. That's even more dexterity. Huh. Alright. That's about it. That's about it. You have everything you want. You have Death Blow 1. I can upgrade that to Death now. EP Cut 3. I can give you EP Cut 4 easily. Onyx, Sapphire, Physical, Cast 2, Attack 4. I can upgrade that to Ruby. Not. Physical. I don't actually want you to have Physical. If I gave you Scent, you would gain access to quite a couple of arts. And an energy drain as well. Well, sure. Lady, you're gonna have energy drain. You've got a lot of HP, and damage isn't exactly stellar. With arts 1126, you have a little bit more, not much. Honestly, why do I give you the Lunar Seal if you have Quick Draw, Happy Trigger, Sniper Shot. He's gonna get a lot of level ups in the near future. As is Kevin. As is Kevin. Also, let's look at those. Yeah, let's look at Eine Kleine. You don't have Eine Kleine equipped, do you? Ups your damage a bit, ups your speed a bit, dexterity a lot, range not. Okay, a little bit of damage. You had Juggernaut, and Kevin's bow is also called Juggernaut? Man, that is creative. Let's not. I don't mean that as a complaint, even though it sounded like it. I'm gonna buy the Sherwood to equip you with. But arts though. But what about the arts? It's only 100, right? Yeah, it's not. I'm a dumbass sometimes. No, let's scratch that most of the time. We're gonna fill up our CP, and then we're probably gonna enter the 6th plane game. Don't know. What was that? The recording is still running. You know, if I had to do all that management over again, I would have been mad. Just so you know. That's the kind of thing that would have got me mad. Because that is that optimization process is that puts some strain on my everything. Okay. Game. We're gonna heal up. And then we are going to get ourselves ready for the moment. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I'll see you in the next episode as well. Thank you very much for watching. And I hope I'll see you then. Until next time, bye bye.